Do you feel exhausted and confused, like everything in your life is stagnant, out of control, yet deep inside you're craving change? You've tried everything, but it feels like nothing is moving forward, and sometimes you even lose hope. You're not alone in this. Today's channeled message reveals what's really happening during these uncertain times, and how surrender can open the door to what's next. Let's begin with the first question. Why do times of change, both personal and collective, bring so much uncertainty and confusion?
What we would say is that during any period of change, there is a period of stagnation, and stagnation requires surrender. What does stagnation mean? It means that there is a period where nothing is actually happening in your reality. You feel like either nothing's happening, or that there's a continuous streak of losses, or things that you have to leave behind. And you can say that this period of stagnation has taken place in your lives over the past few years. But now, it's like the last part of this period, where you've let go of everything, and now it's like a preparation to allow yourself to receive what is new. And so, it just takes a certain level of acceptance and surrender during this period of time as the new comes into your life. It's like if you were to imagine that you left an old house and now you're entering a new house. So, you already know where this new house is, and you're about to open the doors to this new house. But because you didn't open the door yet, you're still hovering around the house. You can say that there is a garden around this house, and you're walking around and thinking, what is this garden? What am I doing here? Why don't I just go back to my old house? Why can't I enter this house yet? But it's just that you need to surrender. You need to trust, and you need to let go of fear, and just enter this house and see what this house is there to offer. It doesn't matter if this house is in the neighborhood that you like or don't like. If this house, let's say, is not the specific color that you're looking for, but you haven't even opened the door, and you're already complaining and choosing to stay in confusion. So, what we're saying is, it's a period of surrender. The best thing you can do now is surrender and accept. We're not saying it's easy, but that is what would lead to you opening the door, entering this house, and experiencing the magnificence that this house is there to offer. But while you stay outside, waiting to go in, thinking, should I go in? Your thoughts are coming in the way, your ego's coming in the way, the past is coming in the way, fears are coming in the way. You're not allowing yourself to open this door. And because you haven't opened this door and haven't seen what's in this house, you're complaining and you're choosing to stay in confusion. But you haven't even gone into this house, entered this house. Yet you have an opinion. And so, what we would say is, this is not the time for opinions. It's the time to surrender. If you want a life of ease, and you're already in this garden, it's just that you haven't entered yet, and it'll happen soon. So we use this metaphor to make it clear. We hope that it is clear.
Is it a divine orchestration to enter this house even if we have fears and the ego is in the way?
Yes. It's not that you will not enter, but it's that there are two ways to enter this house. Are you going to enter this house in surrender and acceptance of the past and what you feel? Or are you going to enter annoyed, with regrets about the past, doubting that this house will be a home for you, a place where you feel at peace? It's not that you will not enter it, but how do you enter it? With what vibration? So, even if you decide to stay in the garden, it doesn't mean that you'll be there forever. You will enter the house. But the reason why we haven't let you enter the house yet is because this is a period of time for you to reach a point of surrender, so that once you enter this house, you have a blissful experience. That's the purpose of you staying around, hovering around. It's to give you some time to fall into surrender, so that the manifestation is blissful, and that there's nothing forceful or difficult about it. But is it that it won't happen? Of course it will happen. It's part of a constellation of existence.
As we get older, we take on more responsibilities. Divine says we're not truly responsible for anything, yet in the physical world we are. Then how can we flow with that and still enjoy life?
So, what we would say is, we would rephrase it so that your perspective widens. You are not responsible for the outcome or the cause of what happens. For example, you have a parent that is ill. You are not the cause. You are not responsible for whatever led to the disease. That's their own vibration misalignment due to various reasons. And then, when it comes to the outcome, you are not responsible for it. So whether they heal, whether they don't heal, whether they live very long or they don't, it's not up to you. Whether the disease progresses or not, you're not responsible for the outcome, because you have no control over the outcome or the cause. But what you're responsible for, in quotation marks, is to show love. So you take it as a burden when something comes up. But it's about your perspective. If you look at it as an opportunity to express love, to be a vessel of divine, to share light, then it will not feel like a responsibility, because in the end, you are not responsible for the cause or the outcome of anything. Your responsibility is to hold space, to show love. And yes, in some cases, practically that could mean, for example, taking them to the hospital, keeping up with appointments. But again, you can do these things feeling like it's a burden, heavy, painful. Or you can do it thinking, I'm grateful to have this opportunity to express love. There are two different vibrations. One makes all the practicalities easy, blissful, smooth, fast. The other makes every little task feel 10 times more difficult, really heavy. And then things start to accumulate, they take longer, and you never end up finishing anything. It's just prolonged, over months, and sometimes even years. So it's to be aware of what it is that you're actually responsible for, and what these so-called responsibilities or tasks are actually there for, as an opportunity for you to express love. That's it. You have a child, and you have to go to the school and speak to the teachers about a behavioral issue, as an example. You see it as, oh my God, now I have to deal with this child that has a lot of problems. I don't know. And then you start thinking, you're not a good mother, you failed as a mother, or you start thinking, this child has a lot of problems, and I don't know how to help them. You start dragging it, thinking, I'm doomed when they're older. I don't know what to do. Did I make a mistake as a mother? There's a lot of self-judgment, fear, anxiety about both the past and the future. But instead, you can see it as an opportunity to show the teachers that every child is worth being loved, whether they have a behavioral problem or not. And how do you do that? By going to that meeting, listening, being present, but making sure there's golden light radiating out of your heart to allow for transmutation. Will the golden light mean that you don't go to the school, or have that conversation, or carry out specific tasks or recommendations that the teacher gives? For example, the teacher says the child is suspended for 3 days and needs therapy. Does it mean you don't go ahead? No. Of course you can. But you can go ahead with the vibration of love. And it's smooth, easy, blissful. You keep in mind that the purpose of this entire experience is to allow people to see. The divine does not discriminate in his love. Or you take it as, oh my God, I failed as a mother. This child has a lot of issues. I don't know what to do. They are two completely different vibrations. The story is exactly the same. The practical steps that you need to take are exactly the same. But the perspective is completely different. One is focused on the story. The other is focused on witnessing divine. That's number one. Two is that one sits in the vibration of the ego, vibration of the root chakra, all these lower vibrational frequencies, while the other sits in the heart or above. So it goes down to perspective. And if you hold the perspective of the heart or above, and the focus is always on witnessing divine, you will end up feeling like everything that happens in your life, even the so-called responsibilities, are opportunities to witness divine. They are not burdens or heavy tasks you need to carry out, and so your entire life can be a series of events where you just witness divine, continuously, from morning until bedtime, witnessing divine non-stop. That can be your experience of life. You can be in awe, regardless of the story. But it goes back to vibration and perspective. Your current state of vibration and your perspective.
Thank you for making it this far. The information shared herein comes from divine source energy. The person speaking is a channeler of divine consciousness, a capacity available to all human beings. The messages are voiced with AI, so the focus stays on the message, not the messenger. Therefore, these are not personal thoughts or ideas. The flow of information is also divinely guided. The purpose of this channel and content is to help widen one's perspective from the limited to the more expansive and infinite, while also inspiring the creation of new systems that help humanity live in love and oneness, rather than fear and control. Please note that when we say divine, we are referring to the ultimate source of creation. Divine speaks using the pronouns we, us, and our, as this vibration is one with all that is, not separate from you or me. If you made it to the end, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It helps others, who are also yearning for a shift in humanity from fear to love, know that they are not alone. Thank you for being here. Remember to subscribe to the channel to be the first to receive new sessions uploaded every week on a variety of channel topics.